You have questions, I have answers. I'm gonna go through your comments and questions right now, so let's hop into it.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, I'm gonna actually give you guys a mailbag episode where I'm going through your questions about the game, I'm going through your comments, and showing you guys the love that you showed me. So I'm gonna just go ahead and read them outright. I'm gonna get most of them done here, and then I'm gonna try to do some more mailbag stuff over on Instagram. Not today though, just to give you guys a heads up. Also, later this week, you will get my free-to-play account, week number 13, if I'm not mistaken. Also, I'm going to do a deep, in-depth guide of Parasite, a revisit to him, because at the end of my last Parasite guide, I started to figure out how I want to use him. Now I'm using him in that way with some okay results. So before I get into any of that, I drop these such videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, just subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Please forgive, we're still in the moving process, if you could not tell. So that's why you got the little earpieces in and maybe a slight echo, because it feels cavernous. It feels cavernous. Anyway, so let's just go ahead and hop into it. Henry Benjamin on my puzzle tutorial. Oh, also there's the puzzle event right now, the puzzle contest. If you would like to be a part of it, all you have to do is complete the entry riddle. Costs you nothing, costs no money, just costs you the effort of actually having to do the puzzle. So if you want to do it, there's going to be a link down there below. I'm going to extend the entry period until next week, just so you guys know. Anyway, Ghost Rider was the best. I mentioned Ghost Rider in the tutorial. It even had a young Julia Stiles guest star in a story arc. I had forgotten that she was in that show until I read this comment. The cast was like a United Nations of kid crime fighters. It so was. It had so much diversity in the cast. Lenny and Jamal were quite the dynamic duo to start things off. It was. I loved it. I absolutely love it. By the way, if you are seeing this, when I give you a thumbs up and a heart, that means I've read your comment, and it's either on this mailbag or it's on Instagram. All right. So, Dr. Dark on my viewers advice video. I did a viewers advice video for a Haymaker abuser because he bought me a coffee, so I did a video for him, and Dr. Dark said, until you get Aquaman Koa, so King of Atlantis, you might find yourself running into problems with Black Flash teams. In these situations, Enchantress is huge as a go second lead because you can let them do their thing while everyone has damage immunity. Good look on turn 0, and then you'll be able to attack. She's gonna be almost a necessity. I also only get the packs if it means they can get a legendary rank out of it. Otherwise I pass. Also, a final note, all frags are worthy because you never know who is gonna get a rework. Very good point. And become meta viable, so I would work on all red alert characters like Grodd, Booster, and Freeze. Okay, I agree with most of what you said, like most of it. In fact, that last point I absolutely agree with to a degree. You always do your red alerts every single day. The thing that the debate is whether you should reset them or not. And so I would work on them, get those frags 100%, but then when I say like, is it worth it? I mean worth it to refresh. Is it worth spending that 300, then 600, then 900 gems to refresh? I tend to not do those until there's a tune that I can, until it's a tune I know I can use. So for example, Grodd and Enchantress, she's in red alerts, right? So I'll refresh for those two. Booster, I'm not going to refresh for. I'll go after his frags, don't get it twisted, but I'm not gonna refresh for it because counting on the possibility that there might be a rework in the future, that's good for in-game players to do, or people who just like those characters. But if you're starting out very, very early and you're doing efficiency over favorite tunes, like if Booster Goes your favorite, do it, dude. Do you. But efficiency over tunes, if that's your thought process, then I'm gonna go with the tune resetting for the tunes that I can actually use right now. And then the other tunes for the reworks, good to get those frags gathering. That's why I always say, like, there's a Doomsday event coming at a second one coming at the end of this week. To me, he's useless, although there were a lot of comments on that. I'll get to those, but still get those frags because you never know. All right, and then Haymaker Abuser replied, I don't have a lot of Enchantress frags yet. You'll get there. You just started. Your account's only a month old. but doing my best to get them through red alerts. I still reset all alerts, just not as many as the tunes that are viable or I need, just in case anything proves to be useful later on. Very good. Yep. So I see your point. I have to note the booster is my second strongest physical right now. I farmed his red alerts and his had some pretty good value. Yeah, it's good to use him and use him. He's going to be good for you now and a little bit to the big game. But no objection there whatsoever. So moving on to the homie Chuck Nitty. He replied on the puzzle tutorial that I did for the puzzle event. I got to get this guy leveled up. I got him at L1, so I don't really mess with him until I get him into L2 so I can do some real work with him. So he's referring to the Riddler as a toon. Riddler's incredible. He's an absolutely incredible toon. So truth be told, because I leveled him up to like L3 before he got in his most recent rework, and I stopped using him. So I don't know how this current Riddler performs at L1 or L2. So any of you guys out there who do know or have any idea, drop it in the comment section below. Shout out Chuck, much love. Smooth Operator, much love to Smooth Operator. Commented on the Ultimate Player's Guide. Also, the algorithm can go screw itself. I could make a team of my 4 most powerful characters and still not be able to clear the board unless I reset a few times. Hey, yeah, 100% true. 100% true. I'm assuming that he's talking about red alerts here. Or no, PvP, sorry, Wraith. Yeah, 100%. It can, because it's not necessarily about power level. That's the other thing. That's why that's 69.5 fits. It's not about power level. It's not about how strong you are. It's how you make the tunes work together. So I have had my butt handed to me by like level, 20,000 teams, me being a, 36,000 team, because the synergies and their team was built so well together, and I just underestimated them and went into it and got my lunch taken. They took my lunch money. So 100% feel you on that one. It's not necessarily about power level. It's about how they work together. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I can't believe I just said that on YouTube. All right, so it's simple. This is on the video advice. When OnGrinder uploads a new video, I watch. Great content, bro. Thanks, I appreciate you. This is coming. Oh, sorry, my eyes suck. Heist my portion. Sure, heist my portion. Cool. Much love, I appreciate you. So let's go ahead and get out of liking some hearts. All right, Smooth Operator. I'm watching at 11:52 when you're going through, and this is on the player's guide, when you're going through the list. Gotta disagree with Wonder Woman. Yeah, I definitely got her because of the movies and because unlike Momoa's version, her character looks great. But she works. I have an Amazon team led by Hippolyta. Includes Donna Troy, 4th spot as an enemy dependent, but usually Nubia. But Hippolyta buffs everyone. Donna Troy starts everyone off with awareness, and Wonder Woman's A1 spreads all that love around. Shields herself, spreads awareness, intelligence, stamina, strength. Whatever she's got, she makes sure others get it too. And that stamina Hippolyta gives people is quite useful. You know what? I'm going to check that out because I have seen her pop up, creep up a little bit more lately. Not like she's being used regularly, but I have seen her creep up a little bit more lately. So I'm going to check that out because I do like DOJ and I do love her version of the tune in the game. It just felt like she was very, very mid-game, not so much in-game viable, but I'm definitely check that out. Definitely. Hey Maker Abuser, also on the video advice. I mean, it was his video advice. I'm truly thankful that you took time for those amazing tips and answering my questions. I'm very thankful that you bought me a coffee. Your description, especially of how to utilize different combinations, gave me a completely new way on how to view team building. Good. Something to note is that my roster has progressed, but I held back into upgrading the tunes to level 1, even though I have the frags for some of them. Nonetheless, I'll keep everything in mind, planning accordingly in the future. Also, at 5 minutes, what I mean is that I bought the limited deals for Superman and Lex. Oh, cool. Good look. Good shout. That are available for early players, so didn't use the gems for the fragments. If any questions occur, I'll be sure to let you know. Thanks again. All right, cool. Much love to you. Glad that you like it. Thank you for buying me that coffee. And I do remember when I first started my free-to-play account, they do offer you those deals. And as somebody who's on the main account, I'm not free to play, I saw those deals and I was like, I mean, if it's a deal, can I still call it free to play? But I didn't buy it. I didn't get it. So let's give that a like and a heart, and then we'll go down to the next one from Smooth Operator on the Riddler. A Riddler video. I see someone has been making the Arkham series recently. I have not been playing the Arkham series recently. However, thank you for that. The second I get some time alone, I'm going to start playing the Arkham series again. That was so much fun. No, this came from, what did this come from? Oh yeah, Joker takeover thing. But I explained that in the puzzle tutorial. Which, guys, join the puzzle tutorial. It'll be fun. Sergio Victoria. I think that BF's the best speedster in the game. His impact to the game when he came out was amazing. True, like, I mean, back before Aquaman, he would have been easily the best tune and the best speedster in the game. Oh, best tune. Jesse is fun to play with, but needs a turn or two to get going. Impact is okay. He is okay. Not great, but okay. Jay Garrett is not bad either. You sure about that? Flash is good on the enemy team, but mine doesn't seem to do anything. These are just my thoughts. I understand that on Flash, but Flash has done some work for me, so I gotta give Flash credit. Jay Garrett, I tried him a couple times, but to be fair, I gave up on him very quickly. See, the thing is, you're right about Black Flash. It's just that Aquaman has diminished his value so much, and yeah, Jesse Quick does need a few turns, but if you have her 70-11, and I think I have her L4, you have her 70-11 and give her a few turns, she can do Nightmare campaign for you. Black Flash can't do that. Like Jesse Quick, like, you know, if you get her ramped up in the first like wave, then she can go totally Spectre on the rest of any wave in Nightmare campaign. It'll be much slower. Like she's not one-shotting any, she has an AoE one-shot like Spectre does, but I've done it where she can just get through Nightmare campaign after having her ramp up a bit and then just go. Black Flash will never get ramped up in that way. So like, I don't know. Seru replied, Wally is amazing too. He is amazing. But given that explanation I just gave, like she's the only one who can complete Nightmare campaign. Those two, albeit they could be part of a Nightmare campaign team very easily, they're not completing it if the rest of the team falls. That might give her the edge. Although like Wally West and Black Flash are PvP beasts, like you can use them if you use them well, then you're going to win your match. So like, ooh, and then Haymaker Abuser, I figured that Flash didn't provide as much utility for the team. Plus, he needs to ramp up. He does need to ramp up a little bit. I think I might have been a little bit like hyperbolic thinking that he's good early game because I stopped using him early game too. I think he starts to hit his groove like mid to end game. And even then when he hits his groove, he's not like game changing and life altering, but he's really good to me. I did upgrade him a bit because I like the character and he is fun to use, but doubted he's gonna outmatch other energy tunes later on. That's fair. Like, I mean, he's good, but there are just better options, period. All right, so let's go down here. Go give all of these guys likes and hearts. Gilberto Jr. 2:44 a.m. watching the video. Much love, Gilberto. That's the homie. To be fair, here it's Saturday. Much love, my dude. Much love. Tiago Drago, I apologize if I mispronounced the name. Where did you farm Punchline to L3 in so little time? Because I lucked up, and when I started my free-to-play account, it was in March when I started February 22nd, I want to say, because that's when I hit monetization. So like, because of that, I started the free-to-play account, and that was the month before Punchline came out. She had 2 events. I had a Jesse Quick and a Lex that I leveled up very quickly, so I was able to get pretty deep in her event. And then, yeah, I was able to get her L3. She's an absolute, I picked the absolute, like, right time to start because Punchline and Talon are incredible tunes. So that was more luck than strategy, if I'm being real. Let's see. Chuck Nitty has 3 in a row here real quick. all on the Alan Scott video. I see you fell for the 100% crap too. The better choice is the Infinity one. Believe me, dude. Yeah, this is the 100% chance to crit. Like, yeah, I mean, yes, but it's also because Supergirl is present. If Supergirl isn't present, then is that a problem? AG, what faction are you in, my brother? I think do you mean Alliance? Because that's the Drunken Irish. I'm in the Drunken Irish Alliance. The homies who I neglect so much, and I need to be a better alliance mate. But yeah, they're my homies. Unless you mean a different faction. Anyway, and then on to the next about Alan Scott. He's different because he seems like a super tank until you find a quicker way to kill him. Then you realize he needs time to get hot. Like, he is tanky as hell. I was trying to get through his event with my free-to-play account. And the thing I kept running into was him and him just not dying. Like, he would give himself so many shields and he'd have overheal and death immunity. And so my whole team was just fighting this one dude. I was like, oh, my brain disease, and trying to like lower it that way. It didn't work. Like, it was hard. He is a beast, absolute beast. Then Chuck Nitty on the week 12 free-to-play video, is Ursa worth it? I figured out something about Ursa that I'm going to put in the in-depth guide that I'm going to do about Ursa next week. She may be much, much better than I thought, and she may be the problem solver to Spectre, not Superboy. I got her L2, but I haven't, this is Chuck Nitty, I got her L2, but I haven't invested any rings into her yet, but I am making her more of a survivor sort as to a nuke bomb because she's Kryptonian, so she's already pretty strong. See, here's the thing though, and this is what I'm going to say before, and I'll say this in my in-depth guide. Like the thing about her empowered strength ups, the durations lasting so long means that during PvE events, she's kind of ramping herself. So like if the empowered strength ups, let's say you get it to like 3-turn duration, that means you're going to end up with like 3 empowered strength ups for the rest of the battle after the first 3 turns, because they're always going to keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. So she just keeps those 3 empowered strength ups. And I think in order to balance that possibility, because I think she could end up with like 5 when all is said and done, I think in order to account for that possibility, they lowered her base strength quite a bit, which I know I've heard someone say that she just doesn't seem like she hits much. It was a comment in here that she doesn't hit much. And I think that is because they adjusted it so that when she gets those empowered strength up, she isn't cracking people. However, when I ran into her in Nightmare Campaign, granted it was different, but I went in with my Spectre ready to just wipe people out, and then she just comes and flicks me in the forehead, kills my Spectre instantly, and I had to rethink my entire strategy. But thanks for let me go and get that thumbs up and that love. Mighty Daegu is on Alan Scott. She's a one-trick pony at best. She's also extremely squishy. You can use her to do one job: kill Spectre, male blues. But there are better characters out there. Okay, this says that it's under my. Oh, wow! It gives me the picture of the Alan Scott, but he commented on the "Is Ursa worth it?" So I'm guessing that's a YouTube issue. To your point, she may be a one-trick pony because I haven't even really been able to use her that much in her own PvP event now that I have her leveled up on my free-to-play account. So I don't know. I mean, she might be a one-trick pony, but it depends on how good that trick is. Like Aquaman Koa is more than a one-trick pony. That's not being fair to him. He can do quite a bit. I'm trying to think. Dr. Poison, one-trick pony. Love that trick though. Wow, that sounded so inappropriate. So before I get myself in any more trouble, I'm gonna do one more comment, then I'm gonna call it a video. This is from Dan Garcia. I have Ursa at L5, 11, gear 11, level 80. She destroys Spectre, no problem. But other than that, she has no use that I have seen. Yeah, just like what Mighty Daegu said above. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the verdict coming from the others on Ursa. Oh, you know what? There's like 2 more Ursa comments, and I'll go ahead and grab those. 3 more. I'll go ahead and grab those. 2 more. I think Ursa starts to shine at L2. Get her that legendary ability that deals more damage to make enemies and gear her out for her level, and she slaps turn 1. This is true, but at the same time, it's just that it's like the Abensor thing. And I said this before, I think in the free-to-play video, she's such a end-game tune. Like you have to have her like level 70, 11, and ringed out. Like Abensor is amazing once you get all that stuff done. He's still very good before that, but then if you're relying on his A2 and he just stands there and does nothing, then it screws you. And that's happened to me, still happens to me also on my free-to-play account. Doesn't happen with me on this account now, on my main account. I've been running Abensor relatively often, and now in my video I'm running him with Parasite, which has been awesome. I'll show you guys that when I do the Parasite video. But yeah, I mean, she may be a one-trick pony, but hopefully that one trick is effective enough to push Spectre out of the meta a bit. So thanks for that. Let's see. I have 5 characters at level 68 gear 10, and I am free to play. What is the level gear I should bring the entire roster up? Once you've already gotten to 60, like 68, 10, then now you have one decision to make. Are you gonna stay at 68, 10, or are you gonna go 70, 11? There's no point in doing 70, 10. And you can't do gear 11 at 68. So that means that you're gonna have to bring the rest of your roster up to that level at least. And if you decide to go 70, 11, please know this, okay, heads up, the 70, 11 jump from 60, 10 to 70, 11 is larger than from 70, 11 to 80, 11. Like I can, on my main account, all things being equal, take a tune from 0 to 60, 10 with 4,000 gems. From gear 10 to gear 11, from level 60 to level 70, that requires itself 4,000 gears. And also think somewhere around like 8 million, 7 million green essence. Like, heads up, that's a huge jump. So if you don't want to do that jump to gear 11, then just stick at level 68, 10. If you do want to go to level 70, then just go ahead and take it up to gear 11 as well. So there you go. I'll go ahead and give that a like and a heart. And I'll call it a video. Thank you guys for watching all the way through. Please like, please subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.